welcome. This is Dan, and I'm proud to present you the biggest ever e-commerce update that we have ever made into the platform. In this event, I will show you all the different changes that we have created, all the new features that we've added, and the 80 plus new templates that we're introducing for sales, e-commerce, and other. So stay tuned. I think you'll really love the elevation of e-commerce that we have created with this new update. So let's get started. Alright, so we are now in the sales dashboard of the store. So here you have a lot of things to cover, but let's start with the sales overview. This is all the sales coming into your store. And for this template, for this demo, we have created a few orders. So there is some data that we can go through. So we have all the sales and orders, and you can see by day or actually by hour as well, what and how many orders you have and what is the sales volume that you have. You also have the average order value as well. So if you want to check out by a specific day or actually for today as well, you can click and see the actual data for that specific time frame. So you can select what is the time that you want to check the sales for. You can also do it and filter by, for example, the store. The whole store is the combination of all the e-commerce that you have in your store plus all the funnels. And in this case, we have also a funnel, so you can also see what sales you have for that specific one, if you have any. In this example, we don't have any sales in the funnel, so meaning that all the sales came from the store itself. But later we'll create a test order from the funnel and you'll see all the data here as well. So this is a really cool way to filter by the different funnels that you have inside your store. And we're very proud to introduce the add filter. So the filter is amazing. This basically allows you to filter all the sales based on different criteria for the users. So you can filter by names, by email, by total. So you can do that and see when that orders happened. You can also do it by sources, and I'll be showing you that in a moment. But yes, you can filter by anything, and you can see exactly, for example, by city, which city came how many orders from it, what days and what times. So all these filters you can add and stack them, so you can see, for example, all the paid orders. We currently have only one paid order, or if it's non-paid ones, for example, that are pending payments, you can see that we have 3 of those. So you can stack different filters and see how insightful this is for your orders and how you're performing online. So this is really exciting way to filter all that. Then we have the subscriptions. This is a brand new thing that we're adding as well. This is for easier management of subscriptions and the revenue coming from recurring fees in your store. So here you can see all the new subscriptions for, in this case today, but you can do it for specific time frame as well. You can see the churn, the cancellations, the MRR, which is the monthly recurring revenue coming from those products, and the actual revenue that was generated from the orders coming with subscriptions. And on the side you can see the active subscribers, the average revenue per user, so meaning how much revenue you're generating, MRR you're generating per user. So this is all very insightful for understanding your customers, what is your churn rate, how it is growing, so you can do some projections for your revenue for your store. So this is so cool for subscriptions, and we actually have a whole tab about subscriptions, which actually allows you to see all the subscribers, all the subscriptions as well, again the analytics, the churn, and the subscription products. So whatever products, subscriptions, plans, whatever your business is about, you can actually see all that information here, and you can see what percentage of the revenue that product is generating. So this is really cool way to manage your subscriptions from one place. Really awesome way to do that. And let's go back to the dashboard. So this is the subscriptions with all this data, and then we have the upsells and downsells. Now currently we don't have any upsell and downsell, but we'll be creating one later in this presentation, and we'll see how this data will populate. So here you'll see all the upsells and downsells happening in your store. Again, you can filter by a specific funnel. As you know, the upsells and downsells are part of the funnels, and you can see all this data here as well. And lastly, but not least, is the top performers. So this is really a cool way to see, for example, what is your top products that you're selling. So you can actually see all the products and data about them, and you can see how many units you have sold, how many orders that was from, the revenue, and the percentage of the revenue from that product. So you can see which are the most sold products and what is the percentage of the revenue. This is a really cool way to see how you're performing. You can also see the top users, so people who are ordering the most. So you can see that in this example, I am the one ordering the most. All the revenue is generated by me, but you can again see that data for all the customers that you have. And top sources. So these are sources like the UTM ones that we are starting to track now, and you can see and use those to understand better your campaigns. So if you do like Facebook, AdWords, or whatever type of campaigns, or just email, or whatever it is, you can add UTM sources, campaigns, mediums, content, and term to understand where that sales came from. So you can see that information here and see what channels are performing the best. And for that, we have created the top sources area here with the generator of your links. So you can actually here create your links, and you can add your website URL, you can add your source, medium, campaign, and it will generate your tracking URL that you can start using in your campaigns. This is just an easier way for you. Don't have to do it in your browser. You can just create it here, just copy it and start using it in your campaigns wherever you're generating traffic from, so that you can track that directly inside your dashboard in your store. So you have all this data in your fingertips, all connected with your store, with your products and everything. And actually that data is also stored for all the contacts. So the contact is also have this information, so you know where exactly that contact came from, so you know which are the best sources for generating leads, not only sales. So this is the store dashboard. I hope that you enjoyed. It's super awesome, filtering, segmenting people by different criterias, and insightful information about sales, subscriptions, upsells, and top performers. And now let's look into the order dashboard and how easy it is to actually start to edit your orders now. And now let's look into the orders. So this is again fully remade orders where you can actually start to customize all the orders that you have. So you can click on the order and you can actually see all the information about it. So you can start to edit the orders. Yes, that's right. You can customize whatever information you want about the order, change the statuses. As before you were able to do so, but now it is much simpler and easier. So you can change all the information about the order, about the user, so you can update it from here, and also add notes. So you can add different notes, so you know specific things about this order if you want to know something about it, and don't forget about it. You can also customize how many products that would be for the order, so you can modify. Let's say that the customer wanted actually 2 of this specific product, so you can update it. And you can also actually, from the actions area, you can add an additional product. So currently we have these 2 ones, but the customer actually wants another one to be added into the whole bunch. So you can select what is the quantity, the price of this product that you want to add, and that would be added to the overall order. So in this case, this is updated to 221. In this case, this is a bank transfer type of an order, so the customer obviously will pay with the bank transfer. So you can actually notify the user. You'll see this area here. When you do some change to the order, you have the ability to send this update to the user, so they know that you have customized the order, and they can follow up with whatever action is required to, for example, to submit a payment via bank transfer, or to cover the remaining fees some other way. So this is order editing, pretty cool. And you can also click on the user, so you can actually find information about this user in the CRM as well. So this is how simple it is to actually start modifying your orders now. Now the next thing is the order fulfillment. So order fulfillment you can currently do manually. We're currently working on introducing fulfillment automated fulfillment centers integrations. So that will be coming very soon. We're currently working on it, but currently you can manually do fulfillment. So you can add the tracking number, the carrier that you want to use, let's say it's called carrier, and the URL where do you want the tracking URL where people would find in their email to start tracking the order that they have. You can also send this data to the customer right away for their order, and by adding it, it is all saved, and that again you can send an update to the customer to know about when this order is coming to them, and they can track it through the link. So all this is part of the new order editing. You can also archive this order if you don't, let's say that you don't want to use it anymore, this is just a test order, you can just archive it, and that will show in the archived orders area of your store. So here you'll see all the archived ones. And this way you can easily manage all the orders that you have, and you can easily also change the statuses from here. You don't have to go inside. This is a quick way to do it. So you can, let's say, mark this one as a complete one, and you can also modify by modifying the order. You can see that you have the ability to notify the customer when this modification happens. So this is a really easy way to do so. And you can also add the different filters like in the dashboard, but for the orders. So you can also do it again for a specific day, specific time frame. Also do it for the specific funnel if you have funnels in your store. Plus adding again the different filters here. For example, if you want to see orders only that are greater than $100 in this example, so you can just add this as a filter, and you can see all the 2 orders that you have in this example that are with this total greater than 100. If you want to change it to more than 200, you will see that you have only 1 order. So you can do these filters and find all the information and insights that you need for your orders. And of course you have the search, the ability to export the orders, and to archive orders by marking them and archiving those. All these things you can do from the new order area. Now abandoned carts are being currently developed, so they should be coming in a few days, so stay tuned about the abandoned carts and the sequences part of that. So this is a really cool new update coming in the next days for the store. And yeah, this is the store orders. I hope that you enjoyed them, and let's look into the products. Alright, so let's look into the products area and the changes that we have created here. So first of all, you have the ability to now import products. Yes, you don't have to manually add one by one, so you can now import. So here from more, you can do an import of CSV files. So you can import from Shopify, from WooCommerce, BigCommerce, anywhere that you want. By following, you can map the different fields that you have in your file, in your CSV, to the fields that we have in our products directory. So you can easily map all this information and import as many as you want products this way. So check out the import, you can do it now. The other thing that we have added is also the ability to search, which was actually was possible before as well, but now it is moved here. And the ability to actually customize the categories. So before it was kind of hard to add new categories and customize subcategories, and it was not possible to actually create, change the order of the categories inside the store. But now you can drag and drop and arrange the position of them. But you can also easily create the subcategories this way by clicking on the plus icon and create as many three categories as you want. So it's very simple and easy to manage your categorization of your products in your store. And now the products themselves. By clicking on the product, again, we're inside the product editing. There are a few changes here. First of all, let's start from the top. You have the ability to preview the product, to copy the link to it, to clone it and delete it. I think we made it a lot more clean and minimalistic of actually editing and creating products. We also added the option for simple editor. So not only having the ability to add widgets, which in some cases was breaking some people's websites and products because they were adding too much information, and if you just don't need and only need text, just use the simple text editor, no widgets, just start adding your text here. And the other benefit of this is that actually this information, if you're on a simple editor and you have quick preview of products, this description would also be added into the preview. So this is really cool thing that you can add now to the preview, quick view of your products as well. Everything else is pretty much the same, slightly modified, but now you have the ability to also change the type of the product. If before you created one product but you kind of selected the wrong category, now you can actually change that by, let's say, selecting a digital product instead. You see that you have the ability to add the file, if it's a membership to add the membership group, and if it's a physical, obviously to adjust the weight of the product itself. So this is new thing added. Then we have the easy way to actually add different things to your product. So you can now enable or disable inventory tracking. This is important if you want to show scarcity of the products in the site. So what is the remaining amount? So I'll show you that in a moment. So here you can adjust what is the availability currently. That will again reduce when people order. Variations just as before, thank you page, additional questions, and now you can tag users. So whoever purchases a product, now you can tag them with a tag. So by clicking edit tag, you can create a tag. Let's say product 1, and now whoever is purchasing this product, they'll be added with this tag to the customer, so you know they purchased this product. So all these things you can easily customize for the products, tagging them, track inventory, change different physical types or other types for your product. And now we can preview the product as well. So we have created a lot of designs, so that would be the next thing that we'll be looking into this presentation. But yes, here is, for example, our product with all the information that we have added, so you can easily quickly preview that product. You don't have to search it in your store anymore. And you can see here we have only 4 left in stock. So this is a new setting, the availability that you can show for scarcity, so that can drive more sales to your store. So we have added this one, and that is dynamically changing depending on how many you have left in inventory. And this is a quick new a really beautiful new design that we have introduced, but I'll show you in a moment how you can customize in tons of different ways your product pages and store catalogs. And yeah, this is the product. I hope that you enjoyed, and now let's look into the designs. Alright, so let's now talk about design of your pages, of your store products, of your catalogs, anything design related about the new store update. So again, from the layout and styling, you can access those pages, and let's start with the product page itself. Now, the product page, you have a lot more settings than before. You can still customize it with the builder, add whatever content you want to it, but the widget itself is a lot more sophisticated now. So by double clicking, you can now access these settings. So the first thing that you'll see is the ability to actually change the different layout of your product. So you can change the tilted or not tilted one, so which one you want to use. You have the ability again for image on top and the information at the bottom as an option, and the option to reverse the position of the image and the details of your product. So you can switch around whatever you like to have it. You have the product info area and the product image area that you can customize. I'll show you in a moment. And you also have the ability to customize what would be the width of your image. So you can make a smaller image area or bigger image area depending on your needs. So you can customize it with this width slider. You can also have the other things such as the batch display, how you want to have it, the availability in stock. So this is where this tracking is into play. So if you want to show scarcity, for example, how many you have left of specific products, if you have a limited amount, you have the ability to show this batch here in the product, as you saw in the previous section, and you can have under what amount, under what quantity that batch would show. You also have the ability to expand on full width, so you have the ability to make this a very tall full width area for the product itself. So you have this ability now. You can also hide your header if you want to, and have only the product itself be highlighted, and of course you have the information below as well. So you have the ability to show school, breadcrumbs, the floating add to cart, really cool, and I'll show you in a second, and ability to share, to add the share buttons as before. So the floating add to cart is a really cool way. Actually, let's just save here and preview with a specific product. Let's say this one, and you see everything looks fine here. But let's go on mobile. So before you had the product. You have the product add to cart just where it usually is, but with this floating option you have the ability, when you scroll down, to actually have the add to cart always visible at the bottom, fixed on your screen, so people would always see this button available. So no matter where they go, they can just click add to cart and add the product into their cart. So really cool option now available. So yeah, what other things you have about the widget? You have the product area. So let me show you a few things that you can do design wise. So of course you can change the background to something different, so you can have full customization options now of your design to do it however you like. Changing the active color, you can change the padding, so you can add more padding on the sides. Let's actually do a reverse so you can better see here, and remove the full width, full height, so you can adjust the padding, so you can do whatever design you like. You can do border radius of this area, so feel free to customize it however you like. You also have the ability to add shadows, and you have the ability to add margins, but I'll show you in a second how you can actually utilize that to create some really cool designs. Then you have the product image area. You have the ability to put the image on top, center, bottom. You cannot see it right now because the space is too small, but yeah, you can have it always seen in the middle. I can actually see it here if you have a full width, full height, and you put it on top. You'll see that the image would always be positioned on top, no matter how tall the text content area is. So this is the idea behind the alignment. But let's go back to normal height. Then you have the padding area again around the image, the thumbnail position. So if you want the thumbnails, if you have more than one image, to be at the bottom, at the left, at the right, you have the ability. Let's put it at the bottom for this example. And let's just create one cool design here, something that is kind of different here. So we can create some more padding on the sides as well. And let's do some customization here. Let's use the standard non-tilted one. Product area, reduce the border, and I'll show you now the ability for info margins. So this gives you the ability to put a top, bottom, and left, right adjustment. So you can put margin on the top, margin on the bottom like this, and you can actually put on the left or on the right. So this is a really cool way that you can create some really cool designs. So let's put some right margin like this. So just like that, we did some customization of the design. So it's more different. It's different than before. So we can save and actually preview with a specific product. So let's open this one, for example, and you can see now we have the images at the bottom. You can switch route. You have the content overlapping the green area that we added as a background for the image with this rounded background as well here. So yeah, you can create really crazy, interesting ideas for your product. So not just before one design and that's it. We want to give you all the customizations that you want to do something really unique for your customers to really enjoy browsing through your products in your e-commerce. So yeah, this is about product design, and now let's look into the other designs for the other widgets and e-commerce. So the other styling changes that I want to show you are the checkout designs. It's a lot of things here happening, so I wanted to show you that one next. So here we are in our default e-commerce checkout. Again, this is stylings that you can add to any checkout, in any funnel, any page, anywhere that you want. So as you can see, at the first glance, it's a lot different as you can see. And again, you can still go into the products. There again, you can select if it's multiple products that you can select manually or add to cart as an option. Nothing has changed pretty much here. The only thing that has changed is now the ability to add multiple products just like before, but now we have the option to also allow customers to choose multiple products, where before you have the ability to only put the option for only one product to be selected. In this area, you have now the ability people to select multiple products when you give them the option to choose the products. So this is really cool way to do that. Yeah, I just wanted to show you. Now, the bump offers, we have added something really cool to that as well. A lot of people wanted to actually have the ability for tagging users. So you have now the ability to tag people with a specific tag. When somebody purchases the bump, they will be tagged. So here in the bumps, you have the ability to add the tags. So yeah, this is how simple it is to add tags to your users when they purchase a specific bump offer. So yeah, these are the main changes. Plus you have a different style for adding bump into your order, but yeah, it's nothing really too crazy. But now let's look into the styling themselves. So all the different ways to style your checkout. So here are the three options again, three different layouts. The ability to have the overview of the product below, because currently we have three-step checkout. This is a new thing. It will not show. It will show at the end of the steps. Then you have the ability for on the side. This is again ability to fully customize how you want to have it with the whole layout and customization. So these are the three options. Let's stick with the tilted currently. Now here we have introduced the option. Before it was only two ways: one step or two-step checkouts. One step, as you know, it's a full crown, very big and in height type of a checkout. You have the ability for two-step checkouts, which is more compact, my personal preference, or the three-step checkout. So this is the ability to kind of make it smaller increments of information that they need to add. So they don't have to add, for example, the address with the customer information. They can do it at once, at different times, not at once. So this is the ability for three-step checkouts here. You have different stylings just as before. Pretty much everything is the same, just a bit different options for the backgrounds, for the ability, for example, to have the tilted summary. You have the ability to tilt or not to tilt, to add different paddings on the sides, add shadows, just as before. You have this ability, but I think the designs are quite better than before. You have the ability also to expand on full height or not. So again, it depends on what kind of a checkout you're building. You have this ability to expand or not the checkout, but I personally like a lot when it comes to e-commerce to have a full height type of a checkout, and you can actually even expand it on full width as well if you want. And we have created it in such way that it doesn't compromise if it's too expanded too much on the width side as before, and it's now more compact, and it looks, I think, amazing on mobile. So you can go on desktop and actually on mobile as well, but it looks I think really beautiful and really clean and minimalistic when it comes to design. And again, everything is customizable in terms of settings, etc. So yeah, these are the main settings and changes when it comes to the checkout widget. It's purely mostly, not only, but mostly design wise, but I think the addition of bump tagging and the ability for multiple product select, if you want people to choose which products they want to buy, is very cool addition as well. And now let's look into the catalog design as well. Alright, so now let's discuss the styling of the product listing. You can click on Style Now and you access the system page for listing all your products of your store, which is the catalog, store catalog, which is very similar to the store widget that you can add on any page. So the settings are pretty much the same. So let's look into the actual store widget that you can add on any page, which is the same as this one. So on our home page, in this template, we have our store widget that we have added here. So you have the option to edit the products. So by default, you can select the latest product. You can create a new one if you want to, or you can style the layout and the looks of the actual widget and elements inside. So let's go with the layout and adjust that one. So you have the all old ones where you can select the carousel or the grid with the other settings. Now there are a few new things such as the left in stock. This is the same thing that you have in the products for scarcity, to show how many products you have left from a specific inventory that you have for a product. So here you can set up under what amount you start showing these badges in the product. You have also the ability to add the cart at the bottom, the add to cart or buy now, and you can select which exact action you want to happen after they click on the button. And then is the styling. So this is the new thing. There is a lot of new cool options for styling your store widget. So you have the three options here, which is the standard one that you see here, plus the alignment of the content. So you can adjust it on the different sides. Then you have this one, which is the content is on the mouse over. So when you go with the mouse on top of it, you see the information about the product. Then you have this new one, which is with this border and padding on the side. So I personally like a lot this design. So we can adjust however we want, and then we have the other options such as the product styling of the box. So this is the box which you can customize the background for. So this is the background of all the boxes here. And you can adjust, of course, the radius as well. So if you have some kind of a background, you can adjust the border radius here and the padding as well. So you can make it less or more padding for the box itself. Let's just keep it white as it looks good this way. Then you have the image size and styling. This is just as before. You can select the ratio of your thumbnail, and then you can adjust now the border radius, so you can make it more rounded or less rounded. It is entirely up to you, plus the option how you want to fit the image onto the page. And you can also select the background image now, so background color for the image. So if you have like a transparent kind of a image, you can have a background on the back, and then the image will fit basically within that box itself. And lastly, but not least, you have the text styling. So this is now where you can customize the looks of your text inside your each element. So you can select the fonts, the sizes, so you can make it bigger, smaller, however you like to have it. And also the same thing for the price tag as well, so you can customize it however you want. So this is pretty much how you can customize the boxes itself. Then you have the other option, which is the quick view styling. This is a new setting. So you have the old one, which is the regular quick view when you click on mouse over, or now the icons. And let's look at what the icons actually do. We can click on save changes and preview our store page. Now when you over, you see that you have these two options. This is the icons quick view. You have the regular one, which shows the quick view of the product. And as you can see, because we have a product with simple text editing, you have this option to add this this content into the quick view. And before you had no such option. And then you have the add to cart option as well. So it's a quick button that it adds the product to the cart. So this is what this functionality does. And we have lastly one other change for adding to cart as well, which is the actual cart widget. So we've introduced a new design for the cart. So when you click now on the cart button, you see that you have this new design for full height on the side, showing the cart itself, and it will close down when you click on the side. And you can continue with your store process. So this is the new add to cart option for the quick view of the cart, and that is actually setting that you can adjust from within your styling and branding again in the quick cart view, where you can enable or disable, and you can select which of the two designs you want available for this view. And that pretty much covers the whole thing about styling your store pages. Very simple, very easy, and much more customizable than ever before. So you can create whatever designs you like. And now let's look into the funnels and the awesome new changes that we made there. Alright, so let's look into the funnels and the awesome new changes that we made there. In this website, we have a funnel called Deals, and there inside we can see the new view of the funnel steps. And everything is changed actually. The whole navigation on the site is more minimalistic now. You have the sales section here that you can easily access your sales analytics about the funnel, and I think it's more visually easy to understand when you're new to the funnels in general and better looking. Also, the analytics have the new design as well, and you can see conversions and visitors, so it's really awesome and easy to understand. We also added the options here, so you don't have to go anymore into the list of funnels to access the options. You can do it directly from here. You can clear analytics, you can make it active, inactive, share, delete, move. You can do all these things from within the funnel itself. And we also introduced the new segmentation based on the different days that you want to see. So it's a lot more accurate, and now you can filter by the different time frames that you want to see, just like in the store. And on the site are all the new cool things for analytics that we have. So of course the viewers that you have here, you can see that the traffic, the goals reached, which I also forget to mention that now goals are hidden. So you can also set up a goal for a step just as before, and you can do that again for multiple steps, but not as before to have overwhelming amount of goals on top. Now they're hidden and you can show them with a button, so you can see the specific goals that you have inside your funnel to track and easily see your conversion and traffic overview. All right, so the visitors, very clear, very easy, and as you can see when we added the goals, you can see them here as well with the new graphics too. And then we have the sales. These are the same analytics that you have in the store, but now in the funnels, much easier to understand. Also, we introduced the subscriptions, so all the information here is filtered only for this funnel alone, and anything that happens here is only for this funnel. Then we have the upsells and downsells, and all this information just as before, but in a more visually pleasing way and easy to understand. Then we have the orders, a way to see all the orders here, and we'll create an order in a bit, so you can see all this information, how easy it is to manage everything within the funnel itself without going outside of the funnel and going to the store. You don't have to do that anymore. Everything you can do here. Same goes for the products. You'll be able to edit those and actually create a product directly from here. So we added this new functionality for creating products, editing orders and products within these new pop-ups within your builder, so you don't have to go outside of the flow to forget where you are and what you are doing with your funnels. Everything is integrated within the builder now, so you can easily create a new product and connect it to your checkout right away. And then you have the top performers. We show the top users and the top sources, just like in the store, but only filter for this funnel alone. So these are the new funnels, basically new updated views, easier to create things and to maintain the funnels and do everything from within the funnel view. More compact, more beautiful, and easier than before. So now let's create a test with the funnels and see what other things we have inside. Alright, so we're now inside our funnel in the landing page, so we can access the whole funnel from here. So let's see what actually products we have here in our checkout as a second step. We have one pre-selected product. Great, so we can start using this functionality and see how it actually all works. And let's preview our funnel. Here we have a great funnel, one of the new ones that we have created inside our website. We can click anywhere, go to the checkout. We can continue with the sale process with the product that we have pre-selected for this checkout. Have the information here. So this is the view where the summary is behind, basically at the end of the whole checkout process, and we can complete the order. So this is a simple funnel step, and I just wanted to do this quick view. Basically, you can see the checkout, you can see the thank you page, everything. As you know, it's super simple and customizable. But the great thing is that you can now see the information here about the sales. So you can see the conversion and everything. You can see the sales being shown here with a 50% conversion rate, because we have one person who visited and two people who visited the funnel, and one person, so 50% have converted to an actual customer. And we can go into the sales and actually see information about the sale happening today, right now, the orders, the average order value, information about other things as well. Currently we don't have any upsells or downsells with this process, but we can do that in a second. You can see the order. That's a great thing. You don't have to go anymore to the store to, for example, to update the status of the order or to actually see information about it and customize it. You can do it all within here, the builder itself. It's all now working seamlessly, and you can customize it, and you can do that for any order that you have. Here you can see the products that you have sold. You can see the percentage of the revenue generated with this product, the units sold, the order that you have, and the top performance. Currently we have just the user. We don't have any sources, but we will do that shortly as well. So now we can see again the funnel. You can go into it and actually do a small test with the bump offer, so you can see some data about the bumps as well. So we can go into the checkout and we can actually test out the new bump offer tagging as well. So here we can select the product that we want to bump for. So let's say this product we want to bump. Let's add some title, bump title, let's say. And we can tag the user with, let's say, bump tag. So we can see that for the user when they purchase this product. And we can click on save. And that's it. We have created our checkout with a bump at the end. So let's preview our funnel and let's see the process. So again, we go here, we add our address, zip code, and now we have the bump over here. And this is actually the new design for adding a bump with this add to order check box, basically, when you do it. And we add this product, this bump, into our order, which we can complete now. Thank you for your order, and we can go into the settings and see the actual information here. So because we skipped the product page, we now have 100% conversion. We had 2 people who made a purchase here, 2 orders. But now in the sales, we will see the upsells and downsells. So we can actually see that the bump is shown here. We didn't have any upsells or downsells in this checkout, but they would also show here. And the percentage, what is the success rate of people landing on an upsell and purchasing actually this upsell. So this is very insightful information about doing all that things. You can again see the products, what is the percentage of revenue from the products that you have sold, the performance once again. I want to show you the top sources because I think this is so important for e-commerce, and this new update is so much about tracking and finding the right information. So we have copied our store a link for the funnel, let's say, and as you can see, actually all the information here is now updated, of course, because we made some purchases. Here we can see the today's information, when you can also see only for the deal. So we can only see the information about the deal funnel, and as you can see, we have 2 orders that we just made and the average order value. So it doesn't show all the store orders, only the ones made with the funnel. Now we can generate a link, so we can do some tests on the tracking here. So we added our deal page. We can add a source, let's say YouTube, because we are having this YouTube video. Let's say event is the medium, and it's whatever the campaign. You can add anything. So let's say just promotion, for example. We can copy this generated link, and we can use that link to create a new purchase now and actually see how it actually tracks here. So let's go and add this into the browser, and we have now entered this funnel with this tracking URL. So the user, by doing that, they will be tracked, and you will see that information where they came from. So here is our information. We add something about the order. We can add the bump or not, and complete our order. Simple as that, just a normal payment in a funnel. But now that will start tracking. So if we refresh here, we'll actually see the source of our order. So you can see now the source is YouTube. So now we have one order made for $34 with the source being YouTube. So you can also filter by the source as well. So by clicking on it, you can add the UTM source here. You can also do different, filtering based on campaign, based on different things that you have. So it's really useful to find different orders that happened. So you can now go into the top performers, and you can actually see the top sources. Here you have the top source for the top source itself, one being currently, which is the YouTube, but you also have the campaign, which is the promotion that we added as option, and the medium being event. You can also add content or UTM terms if you want to track this type of information as well. So it's really simple but super powerful, and this information will also be visible inside your funnels in the analytics there. So here it is in the top performers. You'll be able to see the YouTube campaign, and you can see its percentage of the revenue happening within that funnel itself. So it is different from the percentage in the whole store, the one that it is in the funnel alone. So all this information is also visible here. Another cool thing I want to show you about the funnels is, in my opinion, it's really cool thing. If you have a funnel that is selling multiple products and you have the add to cart type of a process other than pre-selecting the products, this is a really cool way, and we can do a quick view here, is the ability to enable in the funnel. You have now the option to have a floating checkout button just as before, or you have the pop-up with order summary details, basically a floating cart in the funnel. That's right. So you can have a floating cart in the funnel, not as before just a button that goes to the next step or to the step that you decide. You can actually go there. So how we can test it out, you can just add, let's say, the store widget in here in our page, and that's it. We can actually do it like this. We have enabled this new setting, and now if we go and preview our page, we can add to cart, and you'll see now that we have this floating cart in the funnel itself. So if you have the funnel part of the store or the funnel being standalone, it doesn't matter. You can have this option for a floating cart button. This is to show the shopping cart, and you can see exactly what you have here. Before, you had only the option to just have a floating one, which is completely fine if you just want to add and continue to the next step. But here you have the ability to add multiple products, a lot simpler, and see the actual information and go to the checkout and then continue with the process. And here it is how the other option looks like. The old one, it is just the floating checkout button, which is again a great way. It depends what you want to do. So here it is, just the checkout now without information. It just continues directly to the step that you desire. So this is the other cool addition to the store process of the funnels. Now they're so much powerful with this new analytics, with the awesome way of customizing it, and everything happening all within here. So like I said, you can customize all the orders here, but you can also do the same thing for the products. You can also edit the product directly from within the funnel itself, create the products, connect them to your checkout, all within the same place. And let's not forget that we also actually tagged the user with this new tag for order bump. So as you can see, we have in my account, we have the bump tag being added because we added the bump as part of our checkout in one of the tests. So everything working seamlessly. You can also now edit the orders from here as well within the customer's profile. Before you had to actually find this order by the invoice number, but now we can customize and adjust different things about the orders within the same place that you're viewing them in the table format. So these are some of the awesome things you can do with the funnels, with the store, working seamlessly, either together or completely standalone, just as before. This is the power of funnels and stores working together. Alright, so what else is coming to this new update? Well, basically that's the templates. With this new features and awesome things that we've added, we wanted to also introduce amazing new templates that will help you to create anything that you want. Super simple and easy. So we created 80 plus new templates that will be introduced in the next few days gradually. This is one of these templates that you can use right away. We have created it, and as you can see how simple it is to actually customize it. In this event, I show you all those things. And it comes with so many different pages. Now the templates are more packed with different pages that you can use, so you don't have to recreate them yourself, like contact pages, about us, special deal pages for e-commerce specifically. So this each one you can connect to a specific funnel that you have created, so you can just duplicate those that funnel with the different deals that you have, different promotions, to use your funnels and your websites working seamlessly. So those and a lot more pages coming with every template and every funnel as well. So let's look into a few of those designs that you'll be able to enjoy. This is one more focused on personal training with different pages again coming inside. Also the separators are a bit more different as well in the design themselves, so you can easily access each step here. Here we have a page more focused again on selling products. Again, it can be fit to sell anything. It doesn't have to be a product. It can be a service, digital product, membership, with different sections, modern designs, all optimized for mobile, as you know, with again different steps here. We have a checkout within the pop-up. So again, checkouts can be used anywhere with a bump here. Super simple, yet so powerful for your next campaigns and businesses. Here is a new, more focused on subscriptions, about memberships, but it can be again used for absolutely anything that you want to do. And especially with the new subscriptions, I think it's so awesome to do manage subscriptions, to see what is your churn, what products are performing the best, what is the percentage of the revenue that it brings, all these things and a lot more. So these are some of the awesome templates coming into the platform, and yeah, expect hundreds of templates coming into the system. So this is the amazing update. I think it's awesome. It's improved so much on what we had as functionalities, to elevate it to a new level where you can just sell so much faster and easier. So much insights about what you're selling, how you're selling, where your traffic is coming from, what is generating you the most revenue. Easy way to customize your orders, to see information about it, about your products, about your subscriptions, all this information in one place. But that is not all. This is just the first update of many that is coming to the store. There is many things to be added, such as the abandoned carts. They're just a few days away, so expect that very soon to be able to do and customize your abandoned cart sequences. So all automated within the platform. Affiliates for the store will be coming very soon. So a brand new functionality allowing you to have e-commerce affiliates within the platform. it will be awesome. More options, add-ons such as connected products with upsells and downsells for the e-commerce itself. For all the products, for each product, you'll be able to do upsells and downsells. New ways of customizing your pages, more options. Comments and ratings for products are also being created currently. So within the next few months, there'll be so much new things added gradually. So it's not going to be as slow as this one, because this was a very big change to the whole e-commerce. But basically every week or two we'll be adding a new functionality to the e-commerce to make sure that this is the most powerful thing on the market to help you scale your business to a next level, selling either through funnels, to e-commerce, or together. So I hope that you enjoyed this new update. Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope that you enjoy it, and brand new academy with awesome videos about sales is also being created right now, so you'll be able to enjoy those videos as well. I hope that you enjoy it, and talk to you in the next one.